I like those little motivational bits.
Neat talk.
Yeah! Look at that. Should I take my pants off?
It is cold, so. Alright. So it's 34.
I am wired.
So art life, we'll call this like a topic episode.
Alright. Damn, fuck you, I want glasses.
Yeah.
Damn, I had a cool pair of glasses, but I broke them the other night.
So I have another one in my car. I like specifically been kind of getting into these, but the problem is it's a 7-Up on the side, so I hate that.
Yeah. Fuck
So I have to like
fuck soda.
scratch it off.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about branding. So 7-Up glasses kind of fits
Okay.
in that, not on purpose,
I
but
dig. They did a shitty job with those, huh?
I know, but it has it has the right color, but like
Yeah.
you can't see.
Yeah.
I think they were at like Goodwill for $1.
Oh,
So like
okay.
the whole family bought a pair.
Oh,
because my son
okay.
wanted one.
They got you.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
they must be doing something right.
Well, if it's in Goodwill, they would have donated it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, that's...
so they make it
Well,
money.
they got your ass.
That's
All
true.
right, but yeah, branding, sure.
So branding. So here's my question for you, because I've been struggling with this for like decades. It feels like now is So did you just add a new brand to your?
What do you think it is?
Okay. Well, I guess Free Ass has been around for a while.
Yeah.
I thought you. Okay.
Free Ass has been around since I got out of jail when I was 18.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is New World Order newer then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because you have.
I just didn't put out a lot of stuff for Free Acid because I was being patient. But
And
I've
you were
had the
working on-
logo design since I was 18 years old. The eye, the drippy eye and shit.
Yeah. So do you? Name your brands would be easiest.
Okay, Free Acid Design Company, New World Order Incorporated, Buddha's Voodoo Crystals and Tarot, Calendula Creative Marketing, and Calendula Printing Company, and yeah, they'll stop there for now.
Do you find there being issues that there's 5 instead of all under 1?
Nope. I think that I am, I'm not trying to suck my own dick, but I think that I'm being extremely intelligent and intuitively intelligent. Not that I didn't think I was making those decisions consciously necessarily. I think that they came about, and they came about really weird, bro. Like I'm telling you, these are ideas I had like channeling in a notebook when I was 20 years old. I came up with the tarot idea. I made that logo same day and everything, and Free Acid, I picked that name out of a hat, like, and New World Order was gonna be Underground Rising, and then it was gonna be like some other shit before I came up with that, and it's like, but I had already done some stuff under New World Order before, like some clothes and shit, and I was like, let's just call it New World Order because it's the most iconic name for something that could be potentially global, and it's you know, because the messages kind of overlap, but they would get oversaturated if I put them all under the same thing. I don't want New World Order should be widely accessible. It should be accessible to everybody. It shouldn't have to be spiritually exclusive. Buddha's Voodoo Crystals and Tarot is a bit more exclusive to people that are into spirituality, metaphysics, Buddhist, like all that kind of shit. You know, like, you know what I'm saying, what kind of people are gonna fit into that demographic. And Free Acid, those people might not, a lot of people might not appreciate those ideas. You know, they're not tasteful, and they are a bit radical, and they're a bit intense and on purpose. I would never put anything like that under New World Order because we got fucking 15-year-old kids here. I don't give a fuck. I want to fucking make people's parents mad with Free Acid. I want people to be like, my parents fucking hate this shit. Like, I want people's parents to love New World Order. Like, my friend's mom was like, I'm so grateful that, you know, you created this so my son can have a safe place to go. He was sad before he met you guys, blah, blah, blah. I want those conversations coming from New World Order. I want Buddha's Voodoo Crystal and Tarot to be like, man, you helped me spiritually ascend, or help me get in spirituality.
Yeah.
Free Acid to be like, you know, I feel empowered through these ideas. I feel like I can say whatever the fuck is on my mind, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And I feel like we do have the power, anarchy, shit like that, you know? And so there's different vibrations that come along with all of them. And I think I have to separate them because it just wouldn't, I don't think it would work otherwise. They are tied together though still, and you know, through the type of colors that I use. The pink, yellow, and blue, the shades are different based upon each brand, or the hue, I guess. And typography is similar throughout all of them. I like to use big sans serifs with rounded edges, like bold typography, a playful typography, but still like serious. What else ties them together? Community development ties all those things together as well, too. So.
I was just say you obviously tie them together.
Fair.
Which also goes with your mission of community development. Do you ever have things that fit in the middle that and how do you determine where to put it, or like how much to put it in on each, if that makes sense?
So that's interesting because I just had a problem with that when I made the meditation infographic. I was like, well, is this New World Order or is this Buddha's Voodoo, Crystal, and Tarot? Well, the Buddha's Voodoo doesn't have a platform yet, doesn't have an audience yet because I haven't built it yet because I've just been patient. And so, it's something that I can say is designed by New World Order but presented through that, and then I can put it on both platforms. And since it's complementary, since meditation and presenting information that's useful to the community and younger people, meditation itself is something that I want all of these kids to know about and explore. Since it's complementary to that, I can promote it through New World Order and feel okay about that, but it's still coming from here. So this is not a New World Order thing, but New World Order is co-signing this. Yeah. Same with like the kind of events that I do, Fred doing the open discussions. This is something that I'm co-signing. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it the thumbs up. This is complementary to our mission, but is this exactly what we do? Not necessarily, but this is a compliment. So I try to figure out, is this going to negatively affect my brand at all? Is this going to pull away and make it oversaturated? You know what I'm saying? Is this going to make this less accessible to people? Or, is my audience, whatever. And I think about those things. And free acid too, I can promote free acid through New World Order, but I'm not going to fucking, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, these are New World Order's ideas, because then they become associated with the brand. Yeah. And at this level, maybe it's not the biggest of a deal, but we're shooting for the big leagues. So
that's kind of where. So, and I didn't even think about it till now because we're talking about branding. Is so I'm doing the animation festival, and I've been promoting it as part of the Racine video production workshop. But it's also connected with Compulsive Creative, which I kind of have video production workshop under it, but they are separate as far as like social media, which is just Facebook.
Yep.
But I also don't want like stuff on the Compulsive Creative is I'll promote artists who have like nudity and stuff, and it's like I don't want a parent to be like, oh shit, this guy is promote, you know what I mean, going to show my kids nudity because of
it's important.
Yeah,
but you should be able to talk about those things because fuck them, and like I should be able to say fuck. Like I don't often use fuck when I'm talking on New World Order, you know what I mean? But I say the word fuck and fuck anybody that has a problem with it because I'm myself, but I know there's a time and a place for, certain messaging, for certain communication styles, and you have to be aware of that, and that takes you defining out, what's your brand style guide, what's your, brand attributes, what colors do you use, what messaging do you use, who are you mirroring, create a mood board, that kind of thing, so these are the relative boundaries that I operate in. You don't have to constrain yourself, but at least like, we don't really go out that far with this one type shit. Yeah.
No, that's a good idea. It's just even just like color, like, because I don't have a logo for the video production workshop because I don't know. It's sort of something that I've made as a way to promote what I'm doing and just giving it a name. So I never actually created a logo or any of that, but everything else that I've done has a logo. And I always was like, well, I'll just put it under Compulsive Creative, but now I'm kind of like, oh, well, that's not really, I almost has to be a separate thing, similar to with what you're saying with Free Acid, where it can't be part of some of the other stuff, so.
I mean, I'm also a little, bit of a psychopath about this kind of stuff, and, you know what I mean? I am, but it's, at least this way, it's easy for those audiences, because...
It makes a difference, for sure. I don't think there's any... I mean, whether parents can go mad or not, my guess is most aren't going to really, research that far into it to realize...
And if they do, I'm always happy to explain,
Yeah, and just be like, okay. Because that's the thing, too, with the animation festival... I haven't looked at the entries yet. We're getting entries usually a couple every day. No, a couple a week, 3 or 4 a week.
Yeah.
And I really hope, I haven't seen them yet, but I'm really hoping that they really push the boundary, someone push the boundaries. Obviously, they're going to be all over the place. So doing it under, an organization that's funded through Racine Unified, all that stuff, and then I want to try to get, eventually maybe ask, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do this, but maybe ask, some corporate, Educators Credit Union and some of these other organizations that give money to, just be like, hey, we're an educational program and an event. They might not be happy if it's a video of, even like old cartoons, like,
Yeah.
where they beat each other up and like bloody or
Yeah,
whatever. You know?
yeah, and you got to think about that shit. I got to think about this shit. I got fucking autistic kids, you know what I mean? And fucking, you know, I'm trying to get those kids across the street over here. So, you know, it's all things to consider. But I just, I think people can be a bit understanding. But it's like, think of the example like Selena Gomez. She was on fucking Wizards of Waverly Place, but then she was also doing cocaine and robbing stores and Spring Breakers. You know what I mean? Is Disney co-signing that? No.
She did it at the same time?
Huh?
She did it at the
No,
same
it's a
time?
couple years later, but she's still known from that show on Disney. She's still known as a Disney branded actress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Woo! Keep my little dumbass off Instagram. No, just talking about, you know, that's Vanessa Hudgens and Selena Gomez, and they're known as being Disney branded actresses, and now is this gonna hurt their brand, and our parents gonna not allow kids to watch Wizards of Waverly Place because she's fucking being a fucking actress? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that these people don't have like sex?
Yeah,
like, do you think that these people have never experimented with drugs? Like, do you you know what I mean? Like, and so it's just one of those things where people just gotta you just gotta pick your.
Well, Pee Wee Herman's I don't know if you know about Pee Wee Herman, but he, you know.
I mean, I know who that is, yeah, but
So
I don't know what you're about to reference.
Because like that was always my fear doing kid stuff, was like how much to do adult stuff was always like forever, because I've done kids shows and worked with kids forever. So Pee Wee Herman got caught. He got caught masturbating in a movie theater. but that's not the article said. But it was a porn theater.
Oh.
So it was kind of like, it was totally a setup. Like, they basically just showed up and arrested everyone, and he was there. But then all the newspapers said Pee Wee Herman masturbating in a theater, and everyone thought, like,
that's fucked
up.
up.
Kind of like, even like now. Like,
that's fucked up.
So then the other thing he got busted for, which is even more fucked up, is he got kind of, I shouldn't say kind of, he got busted for child pornography.
Oh, no.
This was, he got out of it, and this was his excuse, which might actually be legit, I don't know.
Oh, no.
He was a collector of like 1930, like old retro pornography.
No.
And he bought like $10,000 worth of, he basically bought a giant trunk and put it in his house.
Yeah.
And had no idea, claims didn't know what was on it. And I guess they were like, people who were under 18.
Oh,
in
no.
those clips. So.
Oh, no.
But I mean, his show still exists. And so I was like,
no.
Yeah, Google that. Those are the two times.
Oh, no. Can't. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
In one of his interviews, he's like, I don't mind if people think I'm a weirdo, because, like, you know, he's obviously got to be somewhat of a weirdo at what he does.
Yeah,
but, like, don't think of me as, like I would never have done that. This is what he said.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you take his word or not, but...
I mean, I think every famous person is a pedophile. But
yeah.
That's another story for another...
But I could also see him being like, these are from... I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if he knew they were there and just didn't do anything. But it's definitely a no.
Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. That shit's sus.
So here's my question.
Hey.
This is sort of related to branding. But,
Sure.
So with your Instagram...
Yes.
Right? Your brand is really well... interacts very well. I feel like you not only have a good following,
Yes.
you also have an amazing interaction.
That's right.
Like, so what do you do? Do you comment on a lot of other people's stuff? Do you respond to their stories a lot, or is it, or does this come naturally because they're seeing you? What do you think is the secret to that?
People think that they like know me, which is good.
Yeah.
Because that makes the interactions a bit more genuine. But I don't over interact. I just do it when it feels right. I'm conscious that I should interact as much as I possibly can to build, deeper connections, and that does generate more interaction on my posts and blah blah blah. That's just common fucking sense. But well, it might not be common sense, sorry if I insulted anybody's intelligence, but I mean, yeah, interacting with if you want people to interact more with your shit, you have to interact with their shit first and build that comfortability and, connection. But, consistency is a big thing, so
is it posting or interacting consistency?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Showcasing what I do. The girl that I was just doing that interview with when you got here and we were setting up was like, that's a girl that I've known since I dated my first fucking girlfriend when I was 17, bro, from high school. I've known her since then, and she's fucking, followed me since that. She saw me go to jail. She saw me do all this shit. She, like in real life, and then has been following me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat since. And telling me like, yeah, I follow your stuff every day. It's very inspiring, blah blah blah. And lots of people say that, and I think that once you build that connection with people, they just become invested. And So on my own page, yeah, it's something that I do a lot of back and forth with people, and I communicate a lot.
I do see part of the issue with that is like I am a close to 40-year-old.
Yeah, you're a grown ass man,
and you're like a peer to a lot of them.
Yeah.
So like, what would not that you just like give me advice?
Just
or like
don't be
who,
fucking weird.
Okay.
Just don't be fucking weird. Just be a fucking be fucking self-aware. Like obviously like New World Order is not gonna fucking comment on a picture of a fucking 16-year-old girl and be like, nice fit. Like you know what I mean? Like fuck that. But what I can do is fucking maybe comment some butterfly emojis. I don't fucking know. You know, if I was something cool, like I'm not gonna be. You know, you do gotta be mindful of that kind of shit. But like.
Yeah.
Because it can be taken out of context or viewed weird or whatever, but like, yeah, my advice for you would be to,
or someone in my situation,
would be to put yourself out there more, put your actual self out there more, and yourself speaking more, and yourself showing yourself and showing aspects of your life and your personality, and you putting up your kids, you know what I mean, and being open about your kids, you know, is like, that's a good way to show that, you know what I mean, like you are taking pride and confidence in the fact that you know you are a 40-year-old father, a 40-year-old man, and for anybody else that you know you want to interact with these people, if you think what they're doing is cool, let them know like, hey, like I'm somebody that appreciates the creative community, you know what I mean, I'm somebody that appreciates creative efforts, creative people, you know, and just kind of make that your MO and make sure that you communicate that as often as possible so that way people know, why is this person interacting with me. You know, it's good to like
So include the intent, or just sort of make sure I'm commenting from that intent. Or both. Yeah,
because you want people to know. Are you asking me?
Yes.
I mean, you should try to make people aware of who you are if you're gonna try to interact with them. You got a different angle, you know. So if you're gonna try to insert yourself in a community of younger creative people, you got to build credibility. I mean, you're building credibility through me fucking sitting down and talking with you for an hour. They're gonna be like, okay, Nathan must like this guy. You know what I mean? So that's a cosign. Find other ways to, you know what I'm saying, put yourself out there and let people know, like, oh, that's the guy. Like, that's the guy for this. Like, that's the video. All my fucking friends are like, hey, you know, whenever I'm like, hey, you know that old white dude that I be kicking it with. Sorry to call you old, but like,
that's all right.
Like, you know that old white dude that I be kicking with, and they'd be like, who? They'd be like, oh, the video guy, and I'd be like, yeah, the video guy. So like, that's how people know you from me. So you know. Just keep pushing yourself that way. And so when you do interact, make sure, I would say, choose your battles, you know what I mean, or choose your interactions.
And I haven't had any problems. And I usually, like 9 times out of 10, I'll be like, I should just comment. I'll be like, nah, I'm just not gonna say shit.
Yeah.
You know? And then it's funny because you said something earlier that triggered this. The woman who basically is kind of my boss for the contract with Racine Unified, like her son follows me. If you're watching this.
Oh no.
And she was like, oh, my son follows you.
Trouble now.
Like,
I'll get you in trouble.
I wasn't sure what to say, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely cool, but it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, I have to be aware.
Yeah.
Or even like we were talking about on the other one, like you got to be aware what you even said. You were talking, I did edit out somebody's name that you mentioned.
Okay, good.
The other day. Like that kind of stuff where I feel like when nobody's watching, it's easy.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry.
You don't know who the fuck's watching now.
Well,
I don't know who the fuck's watching.
As it's building, all my, all those different things I'm doing, like I have to be more like, okay, is this cool? Is this could this be a potential problem? Even like I know some of the other YouTubers, they're like very much against showing their address, and I try not to show my address.
Oh.
But
Pull
I also
up and get.
I also know that like people could figure it out if they wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so. And my thought going into that was like, I just don't want to live in fear. But then it's like, well, now that, like I said, as I see like, oh, these people who I don't know, again, nothing bad has happened, but I just think about it more as.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put up anything of. Well, no, actually, I'm not going to sell myself out. Well, I don't snitch on myself.
You said you don't put up stuff about certain family members and about girlfriends. Like
nobody knows shit about the girls that I be interacting with. I don't like to do that. I don't like to do that. Like, it's weird.
Just smart.
And people don't really know my fucking family. You know, I don't really. I don't put up a lot of my super personal problems. And I'm just mindful about that, you know, and anything that, I mean, my mom follows me, so, I mean, that's a good filter right there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'm aware. But also, too, you know, it's like, fuck. I'd rather people get to know the real me though. You know, I
Right.
just am mindful. You know what I mean? That's it. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, my friend Luca's mom follows me. I'm sure, you know what I mean? Some special needs clients' parents follow me too. So, you know, you just gotta, I don't know.
Actually,
Either
I was-
own it or fuck it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that about with the parents. Do you get?
Yeah.
Have you had any problems?
No problems. People, well, sometimes people are question. Like one time I did that fucking like, that, you remember that like ritual, like photo shoot video I did where I cut my friend's hand open and he fucking like had a seizure and shit?
I don't remember the seizure part, but I remember the pictures.
Oh, I was like, I mean, I was angsty when I put that out. I was like, yeah, I'll do whatever the fuck I want, but then I'm thinking like, this could be taken the wrong way. This could make me look like a psychopath. You know what I mean? They're not gonna want their fucking kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gone. Good luck
Yeah.
finding that shit. But no. That would have been a problem. But
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, man. We should probably wrap this up.
do. Did you
Did you want to end on some words? Those are different words than the last words.
Branding and presentation is everything. Fucking Chris Rock said Pepsi and Coke are the same thing. The one that tastes better was the one that's paying more at the time. So, packaging. I'm just quoting the end of that Childish Gambino song. Do you really like that shit you like, or do you just like how they gave it to you? And all the other people that like it too? Nah, but just shit to be aware of, you know what I mean? Like, packaging is huge, you know? The way things feel, the way things look, people are only going to take things as seriously as you present them to be, you know what I mean? I say I'm a powerful force, you're going to have to fucking consider that maybe I am, you know? So, but if I was like, I'm a mildly powerful force, like it doesn't hit the same, you know what I mean? So make purposeful fucking decisions. Don't fucking just pick colors because you like them. Be able to explain why you made every fucking decision you made. From the colors to the grit to the fucking filter to the fucking typography to the fucking sound you use to the words you use, you know. And if you're gonna say that, and if you're gonna have the audacity to criticize somebody else's brand and somebody else's creative work, make sure that you can fucking explain why you do or don't like it. Otherwise you're just talking out of your ass and you shouldn't be commenting at all. So yeah, purposeful decisions.
Good words, man.
Swag.
All right. Shit, I'm gonna be late.